Start the fifth point. Before going to fifth important argument of Roland Barthes, I would like to discuss very important incident of Indian socio-political history. Long back, the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, sent a group of doctors to China when China was suffering from some problems. Okay, he sent a group of doctors. Yellow disturbance ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಮತ್ತು. He sent a group of doctors to China, and there was a doctor in the group. His name is Dr. Kotnis. Dr. Kotnis was basically a person from Maharashtra, a man of Marathi culture. He completed his MBBS, and completing MBBS was not a casual thing in those days. I'm quoting this example from the history of India from the years of 1940s and 50s. Okay, Dr. Kotnis, with a great effort of his father, a conscious effort of the father, he took money, he collected money for his children from various sources, and the poor father completed the dream of a son, and son became a doctor. But a day of a test came, and Pandit Nehru requested the fellow that, will you sacrifice your son for the national cause? And he said, I want your son's service in Chinese society. I want to send your son along with 11 doctors of India to China to serve the purpose of the humanity. Finally, the fellow, the doctor, went from India to China, served there. He rendered best of his service, but unfortunate thing is he couldn't turn back. He did not return to India. He died there in China itself. But by then, he was a father of some children. During his stay at China, Dr. Kotnis got married with a Chinese lady and has produced the children. And the life of Dr. Kotnis was ended just in rendering service to Chinese society. This is an incident, very small incident. It appeared one of the leading papers of Maharashtra. One fine morning, wife of Dr. K.A. Abbas, Khwaja Ahmad Abbas, who was contemporary of Khushwant Singh, Jain Sahani, and many other great reporters of India. He was a great journalist. So wife of K. Abbas, Khwaja Ahmad Abbas, her name is some Khatun, Mujtabai Khatun. She read this story in one of the leading papers. ನಾವೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಕರೋನಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ಸತ್ತರು, ತಾಯಿ ಮಗಳು ಕೂಡಿಕೊಂಡೆ ಆತ್ಮಹತ್ಯೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡರು, ಕರೋನಾ ಸುದ್ದಿಗೊತ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಯಾರೋ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯಿಂದ ಜಿಗಿದು ಸತ್ತರು, ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳು ಓದ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. Like that, Mujtabai Khatun read this incident which was there in one of the leading papers, and she brought it to the notice of Mr. Khwaja Ahmad Abbas. She said, see how beautiful the story of this fellow is, how wonderful the life that he has spent. He dedicated his whole life for the national cause. This doctor went from Maharashtra to China according to the order of the Prime Minister of India, and he died there only. Alas, very bad, she said. She read this incident before K. Abbas. K. Abbas was casually in the morning, he was taking a cup of tea, and the wife was reading the story, and he got impressed by the story. Yeah, there is something that I must make out of it. There is a great message which I can keep before the society. It can inspire thousands of the lives, patriots, nationalists, so that they also can think in the same line of dedicating their service to the country. So finally, he said he wrote a story, very important novel. It is one of the important novels in India. The name of the novel, written by K. Abbas, based on one of the newspaper items, is Dr. Kotniski Amar Kahaniya. It's a beautiful novel. For your kind information, after a decade, the same novel based film appeared in India from Bollywood. The name of the movie is Dr. Kotniski Amar Kahani. Great actors like Balraj Sahani and many other important artists from IPTA, Indian People's Theatre National Association, all including characters like Utpal Dutt and A.K. Hangal, played very important role, major roles in the movie, and Dr. Kotniski Amar Kahani became the most successful movie. I am quoting this example from the pages of the Indian socio-political history, just to make you conscious, just to draw your attention towards the thing that what is casual reading and what is cultured reading. Is there any difference? Roland Barthes says there is no difference between readings. Whether reading is casual or cultured, it happens once. Once it happens, it becomes the part of your mind, your heart, and your psyche. So, Roland Barthes is of the opinion that this is a very conscious, this could be realized, can be understood only if you think the very delicate notions of practices. Reading is understanding or grasping any meaning is a notion based activity. Okay, so this argument, sixth argument of Roland Barthes, I feel is very important, very revolutionary. This is how you can make use of the text. Once you read it, it will remain till the end of your life. You cannot say that I studied it and I forgot. A line of thinking, a line of idea, a line of example, a line of something may haunt your memory on any stage of your life. In this way, he says text could be used, not the work. ಇದೀಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಒಂದು ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ಸುಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿದು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ನಿಸ್ಕಿ ಅಮರ್ ಕಹಾನಿ, the book has become old, you can burn it, but you cannot burn the message. ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಸರ್ ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಲ್ಚರ್ಡ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ರೀಡ್ Alexander Pushkin's Yama the Pit, the most important novel, I told you, it is one of the important novels of the world. Okay, there are totally 11 important novels so far identified by the literary critics, and Yama the Pit, written by Alexander Pushkin, is one of the important novels of the world. And what it narrates, what it says, it talks of the most seamy aspect of Russian society. What is the story? The story is totally about the women who have involved in the activity of the prostitution. Here, the author is putting you the very tragic situation, picture of the life through the examples, through the characters who come from the prostitute society, a flesh business society. But many a time, just by keeping them aside or just by keeping their discussion out of our total framework of the society, we feel ourselves great, cultured, modern, traditional and immaculate. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುತೇಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದುವರೆಗಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರಹಿಕೆಗಳು ಬಿದ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ನಾವೇನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಪಾತ್ರಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಓದು ಮತ್ತು ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಓದು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮರೆತು ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಾದ ಸಂಗತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ಡ್, fixed, and Roland Barthes is trying to change our approach, and he would like to add something new. He would like to call attention towards that aspect which was not at all studied seriously. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ next, the very important argument next, he says the reason behind all these mistakes in reading is our educational institutes, he says. ನಮ್ಮ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ನಮ್ಮ ತಪ್ಪು ಗ್ರಹಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣವಾಗಿವೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೋಲಾಂಡ್ ಬಾರ್ತ್. ಹಿ ಸೇಸ್ our schools, our colleges, our universities, they are rather eager in teaching. They never make us to write the books. They never inspire us to produce something, but rather they consider human mind as a dumping point where anything and everything could be added. Okay? It taught us prosody. It taught us grammar. It taught us sentence. It taught us parts of speeches. But it also explained the mechanism of pronunciation, speech, but it never teaches you the idea cannot be taught. It cannot be taught. Idea is new. Dreams, how to see the dreams cannot be taught. So he expects ultimately that our schools and education system must be capable enough to inspire, instigate, ignite the minds. That is what our former President of India, Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, again and again said, ignited minds. India needs ignited minds, not the dead minds. World needs ignited minds. This ignition is possible only if you are ready to keep your ideas fresh through the rereading of the text, the rereading of all defined things in the world. ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಓದಬೇಕು, ಮರು ಓದಬೇಕು. Then only the ignition is possible. Then only you will emerge as ignited minds. Okay, so this is the total explanation of sixth point of Roland Barthes' work to text.